As we continue our journey to understanding the human person and building the perfect city, let's quickly recap where we've been so far. In the last two videos, we laid out our understanding of the human person. We've described humans as embodied minds, with the mind possessing two key powers, knowing and willing, each following a passive to active structure. These foundational concepts help us understand not only how we think and act, but also why we exist. This brings us to the big question: why do we exist? Do we have a purpose? For now, let's propose a simple and compelling idea. Humans exist for happiness. Happiness is unique because it's universally sought. We all tend to desire happiness in some form, consciously or not. And here's another key point. The mind and the body don't seek happiness individually as parts alone, but rather the whole person seeks to be happy, body and mind together. The body's happiness starts with meeting basic needs, things like food, shelter, and rest. But it doesn't stop there. Beyond survival, the body strives for health and perfection, its fullest potential. The mind, on the other hand, seeks happiness in the form of love. In a more technical sense, we could call this communion. We are naturally social creatures. Across cultures and histories, humans seem to endlessly seek connection, love, and attention. In fact, many could argue that the highest good of the mind is found in relationships, especially loving ones. When you combine the needs of the body and mind, you arrive at a concept that's been central to human thought for thousands of years: justice. Justice is the natural end of the human person, the satisfaction of both body and mind, in harmony with others. Justice, as one of the four cardinal virtues in the Western tradition, is often defined as giving or rendering what is due or fitting. But it's more than just a simple transaction. It's the perfection of human relationship and the foundation of a just society. This is why justice is the goal of our project to design the perfect city. So, how do we achieve justice? Here's where the other three cardinal virtues come in: temperance, prudence, and fortitude. Together, these virtues provide a roadmap for a virtuous life, potentially leading us to the fulfillment of justice and therefore happiness. Temperance. The first step is desiring the good consciously. Temperance is orienting our will toward what is truly fulfilling and sets us on the path towards justice. Prudence. Next, prudence helps us discern how to pursue that good that we've desired by way of temperance in the concrete, specific details of our lives. It's not just about wanting the right thing, it's about knowing how to get there. Finally, fortitude is the courage to persevere, even when the journey gets tough. Life can be challenging, and fortitude helps us stay committed to the good despite these difficulties. What's fascinating is how these virtues relate to the powers of the mind that we have already discussed. Temperance perfects the will in its start, teaching us how to desire the good. Prudence perfects the intellect, helping us to know and choose the good in specific situations. Fortitude perfects the will at its end, binding the will and intellect together, empowering us to act despite challenges. And finally, justice is the culmination and puts the whole world in order, one person at a time. Interestingly, in an ideal world, fortitude might not be necessary. Without difficulty, there'd be no need to persevere. But in an imperfect world like the one we live in, fortitude is essential. It keeps everything else working. So, after all this, to summarize, the human being exists for true happiness. Happiness is found in justice, the fullness of goods attained for body and mind together, the human person. Justice is achieved by perfecting the will through temperance, the intellect through prudence, and holding it all together with fortitude. So, now that we've laid this philosophical groundwork, it's time to start building the perfect city. In our next video, we'll dive into an intriguing concept of justice, one that might surprise you. We'll explore a fascinating book that argues that true justice is actually found in leisure. Thanks for watching, and as always, we'd love to hear your thoughts or questions in the comments below. See you next time.